Genocides of the globe.
Genocide, a term used to describe violence against members of a national, ethnical, or racial or religious group with the intent to destroy the entire group.
Implications of genocide. Genocides seem to be prevalent in places of oppression or extreme prejudice against an ethnic group or the governmental desire for money or power. With oppressive governments, genocides are often a challenge to resolve. The Bosnian Genocide, also known as the Srebrenica Massacre, took place from July 11th to 13th in 1995. Serbian radicals separated 8,000 Muslim males ages 12 to 60 from their families 2 years after the United Nations declared Srebrenica a safe area. Dutch soldiers stationed at the UN base did nothing to stop the torture and murder of those 8,000 males at the order of Radoslav Kristic, who was heard saying, "Kill them all, we don't need anyone alive." Bosnian Serbs used UN equipment to lure the Bosnian people into false safety. In 1998, the International Crime Tribunal indicated Kristic and Ratko Mladic for war crimes. It was Europe's worst genocide since World War II. The genocide in the Congo consisted of the usage of mass rape and executions to drive people from their villages. In that way, the government is able to control mines and trade routes that are key in obtaining the minerals used in our electronics. Because we can't trace where these minerals originated, the electronics you buy could be easily financing these mass killings. The genocide in Darfur, Sudan, was driven by terror spread with the Janjaweed. Janjaweed, meaning devils on horseback, drove villagers away to establish control over the land. As a result, many refugees fled to Chad, the neighboring region west of Darfur. Brutal genocides across the globe are often combated with worldwide relief efforts, which strive to not only end the vicious killings, yet also provide much-needed resources, care, and shelter. After being driven from their villages by the cruel Janjaweed, who wished to establish control over the lands, many refugees of Darfur fled to Chad, the region directly west of Darfur. As of 2013, the International Rescue Committee, or the IRC, has rushed to establish mini water pump stations to purify and distribute water throughout Chad to the refugees. The IRC, working in over 40 countries globally to lead in humanitarian assistance, has also provided aid in the Congo after mass rape and executions were used as a strategy to control mines and trade routes for the materials used in our electronic devices. The IRC provides counseling and health care for victims of sexual violence, helps develop communities by working with local leaders, and establish sanitation and learning programs across the region. You can see the locations that the IRC has worked in the map below. The Bosnian genocide. As for the Bosnian concentration camps and executions of Muslims, the United Nations remained uninvolved in the conflict until 1992, when a bombing in the capital of Bosnia was broadcasted on television. After that, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, also known as NATO, and the UN have established a ceasefire and local peacekeepers throughout the region. In 1995, a peace treaty was finally signed by the leaders of the warring areas. A hero working to end genocide is Samantha Power, who is an advisor to the Obama administration on genocide. She won a Pulitzer Prize for her renowned book entitled A Problem from Hell, America in the Age of Genocide, in which she includes interviews from Washington's policymakers, formally classified documents, global mass murder descriptions, and accounts from survivors. Power has made an incredible and successful attempt to combat genocide and promote awareness.